What a week it's already been. Miserable as far as I'm concerned. I mean, last two nights, back-to-back five-dime losers in the NBA by just a couple of points, losing by a point with Memphis on Tuesday. Last night, thought Minnesota would get the job done. I should have known better. Never bet on a team that has Darko Milicic on its roster, especially when he's the starting center. That should be the new rule of thumb, guys. I broke it last night. Major mistake on my part. But it's been an upsetting week overall. I mean, you've had 3 Mid-American Conference football games the past couple of nights. That's 3 too many as far as I'm concerned for that entire league. Bristol Palin's still alive on Dancing with America. Or Dancing with the Stars. What is wrong with you, America? So it has been confusing, but thank God the NFL rescues us tonight with a nationally televised game. For those of you fortunate enough or lucky enough to actually have the NFL Network, you can watch the game. Miami, a 1.5-point home chalk against the Chicago Bears, who carry a 2-game winning streak into the contest after beating Buffalo on the road in Toronto and then upsetting the Minnesota Vikings at home last week in a very easy win for Chicago in that one. Miami, meanwhile, coming into this game after earning its first victory of the season at home, bouncing back from a road loss to Baltimore a week prior when they beat the Tennessee Titans this past Sunday, but it was a costly win. First, they went to Chad Pennington, benching Chad Henne, but Pennington, of course, exiting early with another shoulder injury. Henne coming in, leading them to some scores, putting them in position to win the game. He then suffers a knee injury. Then they turn to Tyler Thigpen, the guy who really hasn't seen any action since starting all those games for the Kansas City Chiefs a couple of years ago. Fourth quarter key touchdown pass. He delivers them the win. But again, this is a team that has 1 home win so far this season. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Thursday video report. I've got a free pick coming up on the over-under in Miami and Chicago. That on the heels of hitting 9 of my last 12 college and pro football totals or selections, 9 of my last 12 combined, including giving the over Washington, Philadelphia Monday night, and of course the total winner in Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, going over the total as well, looking for number 3 in a row and 10 out of 13 overall in football here on the free picks. Now, how has the season gone to date in the NFL? Well, 10 weeks of action. 8 of those 10 weeks, the underdogs have ruled the roost here in Vegas. Guys, in my 25 years in this business, I have never seen underdogs go on such a sustained run this early in the NFL season. From start to 10 weeks in, they have covered 8 out of 10 weeks. Normally, you will find dogs go on this roll where they'll cover 3 out of 4 weeks, maybe 5 out of 7, some point. It always happens in the NFL. But 8 out of 10 weeks to start the season, I've never seen it before. Favorites are 20 games under 500 so far this year. Home favorites, such as the Dolphins tonight, laying 1.5 in Miami, they are 38, 52, and 4 versus the odds makers. Now, the one thing that you can take to the bank, as I always like to say, if you had that magical crystal ball, the straight-up winners, pick the straight-up winner, you've got the point spread winner, guys. They won 11-2-1 last week. They are 114, 23, and 5 against the odds makers so far this season. 114 wins, 23 losses, 5 pushes. Pretty damn impressive, and that's after cashing it at a 95% clip in preseason. And last year, of course, 82% covers from the start of preseason right through the Saints Super Bowl victory over the Colts. So that trend has certainly been in play, but if it was that easy to pick straight-up winners, we'd all be taking down every single sports book here in Vegas, wouldn't we? It just ain't that easy. As for me tonight, guys, tonight I have a 10-dime play on the Chicago-Miami side. Now, coming off the 15-dime winner on the Philadelphia Eagles this past Monday night. As you know, 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes. So a 10-dime play tonight on the side selection. I also have a bonus 5-dime play in college basketball in Illinois and Texas. This is only my second college basketball release so far. My first was an easy winner on Northwestern, a 15-dime best bet winner last Friday night as they rolled by 19 points, laying 9.5 at Northern Illinois. So tonight, Illinois and Texas at Madison Square Garden in the Big Apple. That is going to be a 5-dime release. So 2 plays, 15 dimes of action on the table here this evening. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of red-hot handicappers. Again, you know, I have no problem playing traffic hopping. If you know, you watch these videos, you know I've been pretty successful trying to point you in the direction of the guys that have been red hot. Steven Nover, 4 straight winning days, 8 of the last 11 on the plus side, cashed in with maximum wager releases in the NFL this past weekend on the Jets Sunday and the Eagles Monday night. Tonight, his 3rd highest rated play of the season, a 50-dime side selection. He has a wider rating system than I do as he goes up to 100 dime plays. This is his 3rd biggest play of the season, a 50 dimer tonight. How about Derek Mancini? Have you seen what this guy has done? Off the top of my head, I believe his record is like 28-5-1 over the past 29 days. Good for over 500 dimes, up over nearly 960 some dimes since June. The guy has just been phenomenal. He has only his fourth ever 50 dime play tonight on Miami and Chicago the side. Now, he just had a 25 dime winner on the Dolphins on Sunday. This play is twice as strong, so you might want to check that out as well from Derek Mancini. Kudos to both of them because they are, without a doubt, the hottest two handicappers here, especially lately here in the NFL. Now, guys, I have no problem pointing out the bad side, too, and I can't really say bad. You know, Chuck O'Brien, a guy who won 19 of his first 22 NFL side selections this year, has hit the skids here of late. He's in a little bit of slump. I think he's lost 4 straight NFL side selections. So, you know, that's a guy, listen, on the season, tremendous record. Still up, tremendous record. But right now in a mini losing streak. So that's a guy you might want to back off that bandwagon. But hell, if you were on that bandwagon for that 7-week period when he won 19 out of 22 NFL sides, you won a bloody fortune. So that's my traffic cop bit for today. Now, for the game's total tonight, it is sitting at 39.5. Why? Because the Bears only averaging, about 19 points a game or 20 points a game. They're giving up 16 per game. They've stayed under in 3 in a row and 6 of the last 7. But I think this number is artificially too low. I personally believe that the total in this one is going to be somewhere around 43 to 44 points. It's going to go over. So I like the over tonight. Keep this in mind, guys. Miami has gone over in all 4 of its home games so far this season. In the Jets game, the two teams combined for 54 points. In the Patriots game, the two teams combined for 55. In the Steelers game, 45 total points. In the Titans victory this past Sunday, 46 total points. And what's tonight's total? 39. Again, I like the over. Keep this also in mind. The over has been the play in the NFL here. 11 out of 14 games last week went over the total. 20 out of 26 have gone over the total the past 2 weeks. The past 8 weeks, the overs are 69 and 42 versus the unders. Why? Because, to use the analogy, in baseball, you often hear early in the season, right out of spring training, that the pitchers have the advantage over the hitters. It takes a while for the hitters to get their timing, right? Same thing in the NFL. And what you've seen over the last 10 to 15 years, with most coaches not giving a damn about preseason, with the starters seeing so little action, generally the offense runs behind the defense early stages of the season. Then, as the season starts progressing, you have to factor in the injuries. With all the key injuries, especially on defense, that have just crippled teams this year, suddenly the offenses even have a bigger hand and a bigger advantage. That's why I think the overs now are trending so big here of late. Again, 20 out of 26 games over the total the past 2 weeks, and I say tonight's goes over. I've won 9 of my last 12, I think it is, 9 of my last 12 NFL and college football free picks, including giving you Washington and Philadelphia over this Monday and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh over the total 2 Mondays ago. Also gave you Atlanta and Baltimore over the total last Thursday. So let's make it 4 in a row and go with Miami and Chicago over the total tonight. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Friday.